Hi everyone, welcome back. And so I'm going to a birthday party, a kid's 4-year-old twins birthday party today, and so I'm going to just get ready with you. I can't say definite, but I think I've decided that I'm not going to do any more tutorials on my channel. I think I'm just going to do get ready with me's. I might make an exception for special occasions like Christmases and stuff like that, but I don't know, I just feel like when I do tutorials it's sort of trying to make out like I'm a professional when I'm not, and so I think Chatty Get Ready With Me just fits my personality and my channel a bit more. Plus they're much nicer to edit than tutorials. Tutorials take a lot of editing and it's not really the thing I'm into YouTube for. I know a lot of people love editing and that side of things. I like the filming side more, and the shopping. Also, you might find that Scarlett Dot's in and out this video because, you know, she's about, and that's cool. So this is a box of my products that I'm using up. You might be following me in my project pan, and mainly I'm just going to use these products, although I've got my makeup brushes ready and I've got a couple of extra products I'm going to have to pull in. So I'm going to go with the Colour Trend Chill Out Face Illuminator, which I'm using as a primer. And I'm just going to put that all over the face. This actually does prolong the wear of my foundation and it does make my foundation stick to it, but also I find that my foundation is more difficult to blend on top of it. So I started to realise that actually sometimes with certain foundations it didn't sit nicely on top if that foundation wasn't particularly blendable. I am using a foundation today that is really blendable, but still this is like the only foundation I've found that I can actually get to work on top of this, just because of the fact that it needs to be super blendable. And that's the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour, and the one I've got in my use up is Light Porcelain, which has a really pink undertone. So I'm just going to do a full pump of that on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to use a dot of light beige. Now I bought this light beige colour to be like my self-tan colour, but I haven't got any self-tan on today, so I'm not going to put too much of that in. And also I find, I've said before, so sorry if you've heard this before guys, but the thing with that light beige colour is, to me, it's got a green olive undertone, which is not my skin tone at all. Now you can, when you're in the store, swatch. Just excuse me, I'm not looking at the camera, I'm actually using the viewfinder as a mirror. You can swatch and try on foundation colours in the drugstore in the UK. If you live in the UK you'll already know this. But the problem with that is obviously the lighting and stuff, and I don't know, it's not, I've been in drugstores before and put it on my face here and on my chest here to check, and they've all been like, oh no, you can't really do that, it's more for like the back of your hand, and if you manage to do that there's sanitary issues, there's lighting issues, there's you might be swatching one that says it's a certain colour and it's not. It's not as easy as just go, oh, make sure it's right for you before you buy it. The only way you could really do that is if you took a little container with you and asked them if you could pump a sample into that, but you know, it'd have to be a really nice store to let you do that. So I've just slapped all of that on my face and used my Real Techniques buffing brush just to make sure the edges are blended. It's actually looking much better today than it was yesterday. I think the key I've realised with that primer is not to let it dry, to put your foundation straight on top of it whilst it's still a little bit tacky. So I don't know if I've said, but I've got my moisturiser, eye cream and lip balm on. In fact, I don't think I've said that at all. And I'm not going to bother powdering. I want it to be quite natural today. So I'm just going to put on some concealer, and it's the Rimmel Wake Me Up. So I made a boo-boo the other day. I'm actually really gutted about it. So I have if you're a regular subscriber then you'll know, I have a drugstore under eye concealer review series, and I wanted to get back and do one for you, and so I decided to just, instead of looking back on what score I'd given the other ones, I decided just to go for it because I felt it would be then more true to the review rather than rating it in comparison to what the others have got. In hindsight that was really stupid. because then it might look like I prefer one more than another when I actually don't. So I wished I'd not made that decision, but I was convinced I hadn't done the Maybelline Fit Me concealer yet for some reason, and so I did that one. I even edited it and did the description box and everything. Went to upload it and add it to the playlist and realised I've already done Maybelline Fit Me. But it's been that long. It just goes to show how long it's been. So I've dropped the ball there, guys, and I'm going to pick that back up again. But I was so gutted because, you know, I'd done like the morning bit, the middle check-in and the final check-in and the editing, which, as I said, I don't really like editing. So I'd done all of that, and it was all for nothing. So yeah, I'm just going to conceal a little pimple that I've got there and a bit of redness here. So by the time you watch this, Easter will be finished, but it's actually Easter weekend as I film this. So if you haven't already told me already, let me know in the comments what you did over Easter weekend. Did you have fun? Did you eat loads of chocolate? I'm trying to lose some weight at the minute, which I know is a bit of a broken record for most people to hear, but I am trying to lose a bit of weight at the minute, and I just haven't been very good at it. I did lose 2 pounds, I think, in a week, in the first week, and I've had some chocolate and things this week, and I've just checked on the scales and it's not looking good, which is really scary because I'm being bridesmaid at my brother's wedding next weekend. I'm very lucky actually that the dress she's picked is very forgiving. It's strapless, it fits me around the bust, which it will fit me around the bust. I could put on a stone, it'll still fit me around the bust. I know, I'm not blessed. And then it just goes flowy down, so it doesn't matter for the dress purposes, you know, what size I am, but I just wanted my, I always lose weight from the upwards down, and I just wanted my arms to be a bit smaller for the photos, especially because her sisters, my sister-in-law to be sisters, are also bridesmaids, and they're just so slim and gorgeous. Especially the adult one that's going to be wearing the same dress as me. She's absolutely stunning, and not just stunning, she's really smart and funny as well, but she's that's by the by. She's really stunning, and I've got to stand next to her looking like a fat beast, but you know, it'll be fine, I'll make it work. I suppose I'm quite confident with the makeup and hair side of things, and I think I'll be able to do a good job with that because we're all doing our own makeup and hair as bridesmaids, and for that reason it'll help me just to feel a bit confident, although I am going to go with something really natural. If you want to see that, by the way, if you want me to recreate the look that I recreate as a bridesmaid, that'd be a good idea for a video, wouldn't it, if I do say so myself? I think I'll definitely do that. So I've just covered my eyelids in my Maybelline 24-hour Eye Studio colour tattoo with the longest name in the world, Leather Effect, in creamy beige. And this stuff is really good. I find it hard to put it on without being too messy, so I need to touch up my concealer afterwards, but that's just me. But yeah, it actually does make rubbish eyeshadows work, which brings me to my next product, 17 All About Nude. Now this is quite old and I can't speak for the newer eyeshadows from this range, but this particular palette I've got was like a gift with purchase, and the quality of the eyeshadows is not good. There's loads of fallout, they're really dusty, they crease unless you use quite an expensive primer, and this, I suppose this colour tattoo would be an exception to that. They're alright with a MAC Painterly paint pot, but if I use my e.l.f. primer or some concealer or anything like that, they just fade to nothing and then crease as well. So yeah, I'm literally just doing an all over the lid shade, and then I'm just going to take exactly the same shade, which is that like goldy, dirty, greeny, olivey, browny, weird colour, which I love. That's the reason I'm using it up, because although the quality isn't great, I can get a good pigment out of it, and I really like the colours. And I'm just going to take the pinky gold on the same brush, which is my Eco Tools and just stick that in the centre just to give it a bit of dimension. It won't pick up on camera, but it does add actually a nice touch in real life. Be careful with that shade. I've tried it under the lash line before, and as I'm sure you can imagine, with it being pink, it's a bit, you know, didn't look right. So I'm taking my other Eco Tools brush, and this should be clean, and I'm just going to buff out the bottom lash line. So the bridesmaid's dress I am wearing is pink. Buffing out the corners. It'll all come together. It looks crazy now, but when you've got eyelashes and eyebrows on, it looks fine. And I'm just going to pick up my Bdellium Tools 787, and I'm just going to grab a bit of my Rimmel Natural Bronzer in Sunlight to go in the crease. So yeah, my bridesmaid's dress, the colour she's picked I think is absolutely beautiful, but it is that, I love it, but it is that stereotypical colour that people make jokes about in films and stuff like that for bridesmaids to wear, where if you're not careful you could end up looking like a marshmallow. As I said, I think the dress is stunning. I'm really excited to wear it, but I'm just hoping it doesn't look too awful in pictures with my red hair, and I am gonna have to put as much fake tan on as I can take without looking orange in order for it to work, I feel. So I'm just going to touch up my concealer. That's all I'm going to do on the eyes, I think. See if I can be bothered to do eyeliner. And it's floor length, so I'm going to feel super glamorous. To be honest, my 1 year anniversary's only just happened, so it's really, I feel like it's weird for me to see other people get married because I'm still not used to not being the bride anymore. Sounds really bad, doesn't it? I've already been to my stepsister's wedding, which was lovely. She looked like an absolute princess, and and this is the second wedding I've been to since I got married. So that's those edges cleaned up and it all going in the right direction. So I'm just going to scrape out some of this cream blush. I call it cream blush, but it's actually more of like a mousse, I suppose. Like a mousse cream hybrid. I spilled it on myself. So I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand because it's kind of chunky, and I'm going to make a little circle like that, and then I'm just going to put the excess on my cheeks. It blends out, don't worry. And then I'm going to get my e.l.f. small stipple brush, pick that up, and just put it on my cheeks. So yeah, I mean, my brother that's, I've got two, the one that's getting married, he's a really lovely bloke. Not that my other brother isn't, because he is, but my younger brother is very kind, very generous, very, it's hard to describe because, you know, how do you word it in the right way? Because it could come across wrong. It could you might think I'm saying that he's sort of effeminate, which he's not, but he's sensitive, and he is he's a big massive bloke, like tall and stocky, so he doesn't sort of look it, but he's very soft, you know, he's just lovely. They both are lovely, but I'm just talking about him because he's getting married. I'm really close to my brothers. I get on with them really well. I love them to death. But yeah, he's because he's that way, I just know that, and because they're so perfect for each other, like you'll never meet another couple more perfect for each other, like, and I don't mind saying that even though I'm married myself. I just feel like because of all those reasons, I'm going to be bawling my eyes out, like actually bawling all of my eyes out. So for that reason, I've got to try and tailor my makeup to be waterproof. So I've got to buy some new waterproof mascara, which I might get today, and I'm going to have to start doing some research on YouTube to do with waterproof, cry-proof wedding makeup. Who knows, again, that oh well, I'll incorporate that into the video when I do it myself. So that's that on. I can't wear that lip product because it's got so much of the eyeshadow fallout in it now, it's just unusable. Unusable. And that was my sleek eyebrow kit in light that I was using. So let's get a bit of bronzer on. So I'll use the same bronzer and a Real Techniques multitask brush. The eyebrow brush I used was the Real Techniques brow brush. And I'm just going to get this round the edges of my huge forehead. I need to use this brush because this brush can actually take a little bit of roughing without it getting ruined, and this bronzer is so light you really have to pack it on to see it. So yeah, I actually don't really like it. I didn't mean to get this one. I wanted to get the one that's more commonly used. I can't think what it's called now. It might be Natural Light or something like that, but there was a lot of this bronzer being used on YouTube, and now I really regret getting it. I love Rimmel, but I just regret getting this product. I wished I'd got the NYC Sunny Bronzer. I swatched an NYC powder the other day and I didn't buy it, and I didn't look what it was called, but I'm going to go back and check. It was the most creamiest, ridiculous thing I've ever put my finger in. I couldn't get over it, and it was so cheap. I just touched, I don't know if it's going to crease on me for that reason, but it'd be great I think for dry skin. Maybe it's even a powder foundation, because I think it was a face powder, like a setting powder, but when I put my finger in it, I literally went like this in the store. Whoa! And I've never reacted like that. I wasn't expecting it whatsoever. So what shall we do next? A bit of highlighter. So there's Makeup Academy, Undress Your Skin. I'm not doing that face at Makeup Academy, I'm doing that face at this highlighter. Maybe I should just throw it if I feel that strongly. I don't know. I have it in Amber Lights. I really like it in that, even though it's too dark for my skin tone. I just go for it anyway, but this particular shade has got too much blue in it. But I mean, with me being fair as I am, I suppose I'm not the coolest in the world. I'm more of a neutral, so maybe someone with more cool undertones could wear that, but even me, who I'm considered to be quite sort of fair and fairly cool, I can't pull that off, I don't feel. But yet I wear it anyway. I've got Volume Million Lashes So Couture So Black L'Oreal mascara. This, I just cannot decide when it's finished with. Let me know in the comments if you've got any tips of working out when a mascara is actually done. See, I'm not sure. I want to make sure I really do use it up so I can not cheat and say in my use up that I've used it up. But I don't know. I feel like it's getting to the point where it's finished now. So yeah, let me know in the comments, when will I get permission? Because that's what I do feel I need. I do feel it's important to consider this mascara used up. My eyes have started watering a lot recently, and it was because I put foundation over my eyelids over a couple of days, and the SPF really irritated my eyes, and I think it's that, but at the same time it could very well be this mascara and its age, and so we'll see. We'll test it today because my eyes are better now and I've not put SPF on them like an idiot for a few days, and I feel better. So if I put this on and they start watering again, I'll know it's that. And Jelly Pong Pong Fairy Curl Lashes, Crappy Curl Lashes on the bottom. Now I'll be honest, when I'm doing my makeup quickly for work, this is my go-to look at the minute, just because it's quick and it's using my products and my use up. But I don't bother putting this on the lower lash line. I just put that first mascara on the lower lash line. But for the sake of the video, making an extra special effort. Apparently not enough of an effort not to smudge it all over my face, but some effort in order to use it. So that's that on. And because I am going to be out, I think I'll just give myself a spray of makeup setting spray. I've had a lot of people say that they don't do this step after they put the mascara on because it sort of smudges, and ideally that's the case with me, but sometimes it makes no difference, and like today, thankfully, so I think that's alright. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that highlighter, oh that side of my brush is dirty, and just pop that into the inner corner. There you go. I haven't got any lip products in here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I haven't got any of my use up lip products in here because I keep them at work, my lip balm and my lipstick, just so that I use more. So I'm going to put on what When You Came to Me, which is a Makeup Revolution, I think, lip hug. That'll do. Okay, so I'm honestly, with it being a children's party, not going to do anything with my hair. I'm just going to leave it up like this. It's freshly dyed, so it's not too bad. Obviously I need to get dressed as well. Who likes my PJs? Thumbs up if you like my PJs. So yeah, this is my finished look. I suppose I could call this anything. It's my everyday sort of go-to look at the minute. It's also with a different lip product. It's also my going to a children's birthday party look, apparently, and also my use up all of my products in my project pan look. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.